Hey, this is Awais with OpenTrader, and this is the market analysis and outlook video for Monday, October 15th. Now, in our last video that we shot on Wednesday, one of the key ideas that we discussed was to keep an eye on 1428. That was a key level. That is the composite VPOC, the heavily accepted area within the current balance. And the other idea was to see how price reacts at 1435 to 1436. And we said that, down here, since it was the bracket low at 1424, we could actually get some responsive buying back up to 1435, 1436, and then we'll assess what price does over there. And if it fails and then comes back down to 1428, that would be short-term bearish, and our downside target was 1419. So we can see that on Friday, price actually came down to 1420 within 2 ticks of that open gap at 1419.5. And within 2 ticks is close enough to consider that gap filled at this point. So we got within 1 point of our downside target, and then we had responsive buyers enter at that level and then push price back up pretty close to that 1435 to 1436 area, right? And then responsive sellers entered over here this afternoon, and we're getting a little bit of a rotation down. So over the next few days, we're going to be keeping an eye on 1428 as a key level, and then on the upside we still want that idea to play out. So if buyers are really going to push, we still want them to make a push above this 1435 to 1437 area, and once that happens, that'll confirm that we're getting some pretty strong responsive buying off these lows. It would open the door to test 1443 to 1445, and then eventually 1451 to 1453. Now, if you recall, 1453 is that prior area of acceptance that we shifted down from, right, when we headed back down towards 1428. So at this point, we're using this as our primary chart for some short-term ideas over the next 2 to 4 days. And we can see that we have the value area low at 1421, value area high 1451.5, and then the composite at 1428. So over the next few days, we're really going to keep an eye on 1428, see how price reacts there, whether we head down there and then reject that area. So we're going to keep an eye on 1425 to 1428 as a downside support zone, and see whether responsive buyers enter there and then make a push higher. And then if we can hold 1428 and then break through 35 to 37, then we'll be looking for a test of 1445 and eventually 1448 and 1453. So those are some key levels that we're going to be watching, and that's what we're going to be using to establish our short-term directional bias. On the downside, if we start breaking below 1425 to 1428, then we'll actually switch our bias to bearish, and we'll look for tests of some of these lower levels at 1411, 1413.75. But as of now, the way that the price has been playing out, we think that ES might actually be basing down here in the low 1420s, and it could set us up for a test of higher prices. So we'll keep an eye on it. We have some economic catalysts out over the next few days. Let's take a quick look at that. So we can see that tomorrow we have the consumer price index, industrial production. On Wednesday, housing starts. On Thursday, jobless claims and the Philly Fed survey. This is often an economic catalyst that can push price significantly. So we have several econ reports out this week that could serve as catalysts for a significant price move. So we're not expecting price to remain in this 1428 zone. We're really expecting it to make a significant directional push, which should take price 20 to 30 points away from 1428. So that's really the expectation on the week. We'll provide you guys with an update on Wednesday to see what we're expecting for the end of the week. But as of now, these are really the key levels we're watching and our expectation from the market. Any questions, please post in the comments, and we'll address it there or address it in the next video. Thanks, and have a great week.